On behalf of MGB Arts, Commerce and Science College, Malegaon City, Department of Chemistry organized guest lecture on midcam on the topic of receptors as drug targets. I am Professor Fauzia, HOD Chemistry. As a post of HOD, I especially thanks to our Principal S.C. Hale sir, Dean of Commerce Faculty Dr. Arif Anjum sir, Vice Principal Dr. Shakib Ahmed sir, for giving us permission to organize this guest lecture. I welcome all dignitaries and today's speaker Dr. Shaheen Qasim Mulani sir. In the new syllabus of TYBSc, two skill enhancement courses are added in both semester 5 and 6 as SEC 1 and 2nd with the code CH510 and 511. Our CH510A based on Introduction of Medicinal Chemistry and SEC 2nd with code 511 based on Environmental Chemistry. Today's guest lecture based on Medicinal Chemistry, that is code 510A, having the title of Receptors as Drug Targets. So today's speaker gives on the lecture on this topic. I confidently says that all of you get benefit of this lecture. I would like to call Dr. Shakib Ahmed sir for giving the welcome note. Over to Shakib sir.
Thank you, Fauzi ma'am. On behalf of MGV's Art, Science and Commerce College, Malegaon City, I, Dr. Shakir, welcome today's speaker of this guest lecture, Dr. Shaheen Mulani sir, for sparing time for our student, and definitely I hope that today's guest lecture will benefit to our students. And once again, I welcome you, sir, and all the participants who have joined this guest lecture. Thanks for giving me the opportunity for speaking. Thank you very much. Over to you, Fauziam.
May I start? May I start because I could not able to hear. Is my network is clear? Is my voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fauzia ma'am, Shakil sir, and Muddathir sir, and all the other respective faculty members. Thank you. I thanks from my heart to that you gave me the chance to uh, give a lecture or talk on the drug library receptor. So I think I should start right away. Is it okay for you, all of you, students?
Sir, wait a minute. I would like to introduce myself.
I think my network. I don't able to hear you, ma'am. I think there is network congestion. Can you hear me, guys?
वैसे मैम आपकी भी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है।
My voice is not clear.
Ma'am, I cannot hear you. I think your network is not proper.
चलो अब्दुल भाई पता कौन सा धोवा है ई केक पहना रहे खट्टोवा पहना
Shall I
Let's
start,
you
ma'am?
off your mic. Am I audible or not?
रंगे और साथ धोए तो हम लोग ही किए ना
Okay, Sana ma'am. I'd like to invite you for presenting time and objection. Over to Sana ma'am.
Okay, thank you ma'am for giving me an opportunity to present aims and objectives of receptor as drug target. Now first, to identify the biological, environmental behavior and social causes and consequences of drug use and addiction across the lifespan. Then to develop new and improved strategies to prevent drug use and its consequences. Then to develop new and improved treatment to help people with substance use disorders achieve and maintain a meaningful and sustained recovery. Then last, to increase the public health. Thank you, ma'am. Over to Fazia, ma'am.
Thank you, Sra ma'am, for presenting the very clear aims and objectives. Now, I would like to call Professor Rahmani Mudassir sir for introducing today's guest lecture speaker. Over to Rahmani sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all and welcome to today's session. This is Rahmani Mudassir from Department of Chemistry. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today, who is going to talk to us about the some medchem topic, that is receptor as a drug target. This is a subject in which we should all be deeply interested. Our speaker, Dr. Shaheen Qasim Mulani sir, is the presently working as assistant professor in Department of Chemistry of the Inamdar Senior College, Pune. He has obtained his BSc and MSc degree in organic chemistry from University of Pune. He awarded the PhD degree in synthetic organic chemistry from National Chiao-Teng University, Taiwan in 2015. He has also obtained postdoc degree in synthesis of rare hexose sugar using LD proline catalyst from National Chiao-Teng University, Taiwan in 2016. His research interest area is synthetic organic chemistry, glycochemistry, glycobiology, medicinal chemistry, transition metal catalyst, and organocatalysis. He has published more than 4 research papers in high impact factor, international journals and conferences. He has published numerous papers and presented in various national and international conferences so far. Over to ma'am.
Thank you, Rahmani sir. For the topic of the main part of today's program, I respectfully invite Dr. Sani Rahmani sir for delivering lecture in today's session. Over to Dr. Sani sir.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I think it has been informed to me that the students are from the secondary BSc and third year BSc. So I keep the content as easy as possible, and the content is.
हो गया क्या बोल रहे कौन आ रहा
It will be, I will be thankful if the other members who mute their mic, so it will be easy for me to communicate with you guys. Okay. So as it has been informed to me that students are from TY BSc and second year BSc, so the content and the topic I kept easy and at my level. So I think I should start now. Yeah. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir, very clear.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So today's topic is receptors as a drug target. So before understanding what is the receptor, what you understand by the term receptor. Okay? Receptor is something which receives something, right? मतलब कुछ receive होता है, that is called receptors. So receptors basically are communicating with the brain or central nervous system through neurons. Okay, if you see this figure here, let me show you. If you see this figure, there are 3 parts here. This cardiac region you see here, the spinal region and sacral region. So the neurons are released from either this region or this region and this region, and then this neurons goes and sends the signal to the certain receptor. So the neurons comes from this cardiac region. They basically functions heart, muscles and pupils. Similarly, the neurons from the spinal regions, heart, muscle and sweat glands. And then again the neurons from this sacral region, they give the signal to the bladder. So if you want to understand the receptor, then you should understand, first of all, understand basically how the systems work, how the system of communication takes place. Okay, so the signal from the brain has been sent in the form of electrical pulse. Okay, electrical pulse, and that neurons carries that signal to the receptor, and then the receptor take that signal, and that signal has been passed to the individual or particular cell. So if I want to put this into simple words, like suppose imagine you are in the class, पूरे class में बैठे हो आप लोग, and if I ask somebody, if I'm the, suppose teachers comes and ask, he forget suppose to bring chalk or duster, and if you are in the class, he comes and asks, suppose for example one student, particular student, suppose say Aisha, go and bring the chalk and duster for me. So the message has been heard by all of you, right, in the class, but who will take the action? Only the student Aisha. She will go and she will bring the chalk and a duster. Similarly, if teacher says something to some other student, okay, mark the attendance for student X. He say, okay, Mudassir, mark the attendance. So the student Mudassir is going to do what? Is going to mark the attendance for whole of the class. So receptors also like this, the brain sends a signal, and that signal has been specific for specific receptor. Then that receptor will catch that signal and the cell will act accordingly. Okay, so although the signals will be all over the cell, but only the specific cell is going to act because of the signal has been sent to that specific receptor. Okay, so here if you see in this diagram, you see here it's a cell. Okay, it's a cell, and this is cell membrane, and there is something in the blue color is attached on the cell membrane. Okay, so basically there is some part which is embedded in the cell membrane. Some part is outside the cell, some part inside the cell, inside the cell membrane, and some part is embedded in the cell membrane. Suppose the cell is a nucleus, and something here it comes to near to this cell. So always remember, whenever the signal has been sent by the brain or central nervous system, the neurons never get connected to receptors. Neuron never get connected or attached to the cell through receptor. So they come near to that particular receptor, and then they release a certain chemical. They release what? A certain chemical, and that chemical goes, the chemical of course is molecule, some certain molecules, that molecules we call it as a neurotransmitter, and you can call it as a messenger. It's like this T you see here. So it releases from that neuron and it binds to that particular receptor. Once the chemical messenger binds to that particular receptor, there will be some conformational changes in the receptor and it will trigger the signal. So once, as long as that receptor, the chemical messenger is bind to that receptor, you see here, the signal is been released into the cell, and then according to that particular type of messenger, chemical messenger, the release signal, after the release signal, the cell will take the action, or the biological or cell will respond. Maybe it's a cell division, DNA replication, whatever may be the signal. So this is how the receptor work. Okay, so receptor is nothing but it's just a communication device, you can say. It's a communication device between the cell and the neurons or the brain. It just passed the signal, like it is on the gate, you can say, and it just passes the signal to the cell, and cell accordingly act. Okay, these are the receptor. This is the function of basically the receptor. And as long as that receptor is bind, chemical messenger is bound to that particular cell, the signal has been transmitted. Okay, and once that receptor leaves that position, again that signal has been automatically stopped. and again cell goes to the normal position. Okay, this is how the function of receptor in our body takes place. Okay, function of the receptor. So what are the neurotransmitter basically? So what is this chemical messengers? So these are these chemical messengers such as acetylcholine, dopamine, glycine, serotonin, aminobutyric acid, glutamic acid, adrenaline. These are the different receptor. These are the different chemical messengers. Generally, we call that as the neurotransmitter, and some of them are hormones. Okay, they work as a chemical messengers, and they have their binding area, or they bind to different kinds of receptor. Okay, see here. So suppose this is a cell. So one cell has a different kinds of receptor. For example, even if you take an example of a classroom, we have so many students in the classroom, right? There are so many students in the classroom. And not like some teacher says something in the class, for example, then a teacher explains some concept, so you hear. So what is your receptor here now, for example? So here receptor is your ears are the receptor, because you are listening the signal from the teacher, whatever it's teaching or whatever it's explaining. Okay, if teacher is not explaining something and is writing on the board, so you are copying from the board, okay, or here explain the diagram on the board. So in that case, the teacher is not saying something, but is written something on the board पे कुछ लिखा है, so automatically your eyes will be the receptors, है ना? Eyes will be the receptors. Sometimes the ear are the receptors when teacher teaches. Okay, and suppose teacher is the you can say the teacher is suppose a neuron. So and what he's speaking is the chemical message, or he's writing is the message, right? Similarly, so eyes and your ear, they are the receptors, right? They receive the signal and then you act accordingly, right? Similarly, the cell has different kinds of receptor. एक ही टाइप के रिसेप्टर नहीं होते सेल पे. Cell has several kinds of receptor. So certain receptors are, and because they have a different receptor, they different sizes and shapes. So the chemical messenger which are coming and binding to that receptors are also different. Okay, and the biological response that has been triggered by after binding a chemical messenger to that receptor will be also different. Okay, so basically neurons are like, as I told earlier, different neurons are there, as I told you, showed in one figure, and according to that the function of cell is also different. So they're directly coming from the brain, but hormones also act as a chemical messengers. Hormones also acts as a chemical messenger, but they are not released from the spinal system or central nervous system in form of electric impulses, but they are released from the blood supply. Hormones are released from the blood supply, and there are receptors which reads the hormone. Okay, so hormones acts as a chemical messenger, but they are released from a blood supply. They are not come from the brain, signal from the brain. But receptor also understands the signal from the hormone, and the cell acts accordingly. So receptors are specific to the chemical messengers. So कोई भी मैसेंजर, कोई भी रिसेप्टर, कोई भी मैसेंजर पे, या कोई भी केमिकल मैसेंजर, फॉर एग्जांपल डोपामाइन है या और भी कोई एड्रेनालिन है, तो ये जो मॉलिक्यूल्स है इसके रिसेप्टर अलग अलग होंगे. एक ही रिसेप्टर पे सब आके बाइंड नहीं होंगे, और एक से ज्यादा सेम रिसेप्टर भी हो सकते हैं. देयर आर सेवरल रिसेप्टर्स व्हिच आर द सेम रिसेप्टर प्रेजेंट ऑन द सेल. As said earlier, as said so how they activate or how they work. If you see the diagram, there are three diagrams here. First one, if you see on the this one, if you see, this is cell membrane, as I told you earlier, cell membrane, and this is the receptor, you can say. And this receptor, if you see here, half of the part or certain part is outside of the cell and certain part inside of the cell. Okay, and it is rightly embedded in the cell membrane. And if you see this shape, it's kind of a V kind of shape here, but it's not like a V, it's a square like a shape. So these two shapes are same or different? Anybody from the class? Can this shape directly fit here? is this shape, see here, this shape and this shape, they are same or different? Are they counter to each other? Class, yes or no? Just focus on this figure. See here, it is not going to perfectly fit here. Okay, see, pay attention. This is kind of a T shape, and this is kind of a square shape, and here is kind of a V shape here, right? So this is not the exact fit. This is not the exact fit. But whenever the messenger approach and it goes and it fit here, the receptor changes its conformation in such a manner that it becomes a perfect fit here. You see here what happened from figure 1 to figure 2. From figure 1 to figure 2, what happened? The receptor has changed its shape in such a manner that that messenger has been fit into the receptor perfectly. So there is a conformational change happen. So whenever this type of model is there, we call it the induced fit. We call them as the induced fit. और lock and key model रहा तो क्या होता है? It exactly fit. There is no conformational change. So suppose, let me show you here. अगर lock and key model होता, so sorry. So तुम्हारा receptor इस type का कुछ तो होता, right? So shape of the receptor should have been like this if it had been a lock and key model, but it's not lock and key model, it's an induced fit model. So there is a conformational change in the receptor. You see, initially there is a very small part, you see here inside the cell, but now once this messenger get attached here, you see the major part has been, some part has been changed. So some of the part came inside the cell. So basically what happened, there has been a conformational change in the receptor took place, and this conformational change triggered a signal or the message inside the cell. So as long as this messenger is attached to this receptor, the signal has been passed to the cell. So signal may be different depending upon the which kind of messenger attached है. Cell division हो सकता है, then translation process हो सकती है, protein synthesis process हो सकती है. So any signal may be there, but basically it works in this manner. And once this receptor, this messenger leaves this position, the receptor regains again the same shape, and the signal has been stopped. So this is how the receptor works. So as long as this chemical messenger is attached to the receptor, the signal has been transferred or transmitted into the cell. Once it leaves the receptor position, the receptor regains its original form and the signal has been stopped. So this is how the receptor and messengers or chemical messenger, or you can say neurotransmitter, basically work. So if you want to define the receptor, how you're going to define? It's a specific area, जैसे हम लोगों ने बात किया अभी, of certain protein, because receptors are made from the protein or glycoprotein, okay, and they are embedded. Most of them are embedded on the cell surface, because there are different kinds of receptors. There are other receptors as well, which is not in your syllabus, but there are other receptors. They are present inside the cell, or some of the receptors present in the nucleus also. Then chemical messenger has to pass that membrane, and it has to go all the way inside the nucleus, but it is out of your syllabus and scope, so I haven't shown that part, just okay. So receptor is what? Receptor is a specific area of certain protein or glycoprotein embedded or situated on the cell membrane, okay, on the cell membrane of living cell. And then there is a ligand, you can say. So we talked about here the chemical messenger, but what about ligand? Most of the time we call ligand as a drug molecule, In certain cases we add, if you see here, this is the messenger, right? But if we add a drug molecule which is mimicking the messenger and which will compete with the messenger and come here and it will bind, then In that case, that chemical molecule is known as what? Ligand. We call them as the ligand. And once that ligand or even messenger bind to the receptor, it brings what? The biological change in the cell. Okay. And binding domain, the third definition of it, binding domain is a general region on the receptor where the ligands bind interaction takes place. Suppose so this will be the binding domain. So you see here in the receptor, this will be the binding domain where actually the receptor, messenger or drug molecule get bind. Okay. So these are the basic definitions of receptor, ligand and binding domain. I think it's not very difficult here. Okay. And then we will talk about, now see, already we understand here what happened actually with the receptor. Receptor के साथ क्या होता है? Receptor का already function कैसा है? हम लोगों ने already देख लिया. Then we need to understand what is meant by agonist and antagonist. Okay, I will explain you in the other terms. Okay, suppose for example, some teacher teaches in the class. Class में teacher पढ़ा रहा है, and like you understand 30%, 40%, समझ में आता है. और बाकी समझ में नहीं आता because of maybe the teaching style or something like that. And suddenly another teacher came and teaches the same subject, and like your understanding goes to 70 to 80%, and you understand everything. मतलब जो टीचर पढ़ा रहे हैं, जो नया टीचर आया वो पढ़ा के पूरा समझ में आ रहा है. तो एक्चुअली क्या हुआ इस केस में? इस केस में क्या हुआ? जो नया टीचर जिसने आके पढ़ाया तो ऑटोमेटिकली तुम्हारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बढ़ गई because maybe he has a different methodology or methods to make you understand. Okay, so in this case क्या हुआ? जो पहले टीचर पढ़ा रहे थे उसके कंपैरिजन में दूसरे टीचर ने आके पढ़ाया and your understanding goes high. Similarly here, if you see here, पहला chemical messenger है, and if you add a drug molecule here, and once this drug molecule comes and bind to this area, then the function of the receptor enhances. The function of what? The receptor enhances. Function of the receptor enhances after adding a drug molecule here. With the drug molecule will compete with the messenger and will go and bind first to the receptor, and the cell response will be enhanced. Cell response will be enhanced. So in this case, that drug molecule which enhances the cell response through binding the receptor, suppose it's a drug molecule, added drug molecule. So drug molecule comes, bind before the messenger comes. The natural messenger comes and it binds, and it enhances the performance of the cell, and the binding is more perfect binding. Then we call that drug molecule as a agonist. We call as a drug molecule as a agonist. Okay, agonist. So the definition is also given here. So it mimic the messenger. So agonists generally, when you synthesize the agonists are the drug molecules which enhances the cell response. Okay. So if you want to design a drug molecule, so your structure should mimic, or your structure should be similar to that of chemical messenger. Then and then you will be able to enhance the cell performance. Okay. You will be able to enhance the cell performance. That is called the agonist. Agonist in novel you can call it the hero. And there is antagonist. What is antagonist? Antagonist क्या होता है? A drug molecule which comes and bind. Okay, now listen here. The drug molecule comes and bind and block this position to the messenger and do nothing. Okay, antagonist do what? Antagonist comes, bind here, and they do nothing, just block this position. So क्या होगा फिर? जो messenger आके bind होने वाला है, it will not antagonist क्या होते हैं? They just come and they bind to the receptor and they don't do anything. They just block the position. Okay, they just block the position. They don't create any biological response. Okay, they are called as an antagonist. And agonist क्या करते हैं? Agonist come there, they go, they bind, and they trigger the biological response. So signal has been enhanced when the drug molecules goes and bind and attach. In that case, they are called as agonist, and the signal has been nullified, or there has been no signal, or the signal has been neutralized. मतलब agonist आके जाके bind हो जाएंगे, and they will just block the position. They are not going to do anything with that cell or with that receptor. They will just fill that position or the cavity which is on the receptor, so that messenger will not come and bind. Then in that case, it is called as a antagonist. Okay. How it happens? How the drug and receptor interaction takes place? When a drug and it because drugs molecules are nothing but again organic chemicals. In most of the cases, almost 90%, they are organic molecules. They are simply organic molecules. And what are the receptors? Receptors are nothing but again they are the proteins. Okay, they are the proteins, and protein का पर्टिकुलर एरिया होता है जो कैविटी होती है जिसको बोलते हैं एक्टिव साइट और बाइंडिंग साइट, जहां पे ड्रग मॉलिक्यूल जाके बाइंड होता है. सो प्रोटीन किससे बने हुए रहते हैं? अगेन इफ यू सी इन डिटेल, द प्रोटीन्स आर मेड अप ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स. सो अमीनो एसिड के जो साइड ग्रुप्स होते हैं दे आर द डिफरेंट. समटाइम दे आर पोलर, समटाइम दे आर नॉन पोलर, समटाइम दे आर एसिडिक, समटाइम दे आर बेसिक. द आर ग्रुप अटैच्ड टू द अमीनो एसिड, right? So they make the cavity of the receptor or binding site of the receptor. So drug molecule, if goes into that cavity or binding site, obviously which interaction will be there? Because it's a chemical molecule, again that is a chemical molecule, you can say both are the chemicals. So there will be which binding? So covalent bonding. There will be covalent bonding. There will be ionic bonding, dipole-dipole interaction, hydrogen bonding, charge transport bond, and basically hydrophobic interactions such as the van der Waals forces. So these are the forces present when a drug molecule goes and fit into the binding site of the receptor. So these are the chemical interaction. This chemical interaction, stronger will be the binding, and stable will be the drug receptor complex. So drug molecule आएगा and it goes into that binding site of the receptor and will form a drug receptor complex. So if you see this, whenever there will be interaction between binding domain, मतलब जो binding area or molecule, interaction decreases the free energy. Free energy क्या करता है इसको? Once it bind, it decreases the free energy and provide the stability to the drug receptor complex. Free energy decrease, it is given by the simple equation delta G not equal to minus RT natural log of K. That already you learned this in first year BSc. Already this has been done in the first year BSc, free energy equation. Okay, and there is another term, it is known as the dissociation constant, that is KD. So this is a stability of drug receptor. So stability of any drug receptor is calculated in terms of dissociation constant, that is the KD, and it is given by the product of the concentration of a drug and the receptor to the concentration of drug minus receptor complex. Okay, so this is simply ratio of concentration of drug receptor divided by or to the drug minus receptor complex concentration. So smaller is the value, stronger will be the drug receptor complex. Means binding strong होगा. Drug molecule का और receptor का binding strong होगा because of the binding forces when the KD value is smaller. Okay, and if this value is higher, then there is a weak binding, or that there will be weaker binding between drug and receptor, and that complex which is formed, drug receptor complex, that will not be stable. Okay, so the affinity of a drug for a receptor is a measurement of the strength of interaction which the drug can make to the receptor. Okay, so this is about drug receptor complex and its binding. Okay, so now if you want to design a drug molecule, either your drug molecule will bind to the receptor, it will enhance the biological response, or it will reduce or minimize the biological response or cell response. So depending upon which kind of target or which kind of response you want, you design the drug molecule. Suppose if you want to enhance the biological response or cell response, then you have to design that they will attach and they will increase the biological response. Okay, they will increase the activity of cell. So they are called as the agonists. So designing of agonists. In certain cases, our drug molecules, we need to design or we need a drug molecule that should increase the cell response. So we call them as the agonist. And if you want to design an agonist or a drug molecule which is going to increase the cell response, so what are the criteria? What is the criteria for the agonist? These are the three main basic requirement for any agonist. Okay, any drug molecule to be agonist. Okay, the first one is drug molecule must have correct binding group. What do you mean by correct binding group? For example, suppose if your drug molecule, if your target site or the receptor site, you can binding site of the receptor, if you have NH3 group, then the counter group such as the carboxylic group should be present on the drug molecule. So it will have ionic interaction. If there is a certain area in your receptor, if it is a hydrophobic, means non-polar part, then your drug molecule also has some non-polar part, so that there will be non-polar interaction. And on if receptor there is OH groups, for example serine है, serine जैसे जो amino acids है, if there is a OH group on the receptor, then there should be a carbonyl group present in your drug molecule, so there will be hydrogen bonding. Okay, so these groups or the counter groups must be present on your drug molecule. Secondly, the drug must have this binding group correctly positioned, because they are fixed, right? On the binding side, this group will be fixed at certain position. Then your drug molecule also in such a manner, you have to design icons in such a manner that the counter group will be near to that particular group. That I will show you when the next slide comes. Okay, and must be the right size. Okay, and the drug molecule की जो size होती है, it should be the perfect size that will go and fit into the cavity. If the size is small, if size of the antagonist drug molecule is too small, then it is not going to bind in that cavity, or it is not going to fix in that cavity. And if the size of your drug molecule is too large, then again it is not going to go and fit into the binding site. So the size of your drug molecule, or that is agonist, that must be appropriate, not too big, not too small, right? Similar जैसे हम लोग कभी शर्ट पहनते हैं, so if it's too loose we cannot wear, right? It looks something ugly, and if it's too tight, it will be uncomfortable. So similarly, like you need a perfect size of that drug molecule, so it will go and it will bind to the binding site. Okay, so I will explain all this with this example. Suppose see here in this diagram, this is a hypothetical neurotransmitter. This is a hypothetical neurotransmitter. Okay, it has, you see first structure here. Let me go with the laser pointer. You see this here, this is a benzene ring here. Okay, it's a benzene ring, it's a hydrophobic, it's a non-polar area. Okay, now next to this there is a hydroxy group, then there is a CH2, and here is a NH, quaternary nitrogen molecule. Okay, now if you see the next structure, what has been done here, that OH is replaced by NH2. Okay, OH is replaced by NH2, and the rest of the molecule is the same. Okay, now compare this structure. Instead of this open chain, it has been a cyclic. It has been cyclized. This nitrogen ring is cyclized here. Rest of the molecule is same, and with compared to this molecule. Okay, and here is one more structure. In this case, what is the change? If you see here, this hydrophobic benzene ring has been replaced by a double bond. Okay, double bond. This is also hydrophobic. It's also non-polar part. It's not non-polar part. And if you see here, suppose this is the binding site of a receptor. Okay, on this binding site, you see here is OH group. OH group is here. This is a hydrophobic area. Okay, the blue one. and there is a carboxylic acid present here, O minus. So if you put this molecule, this hypothetical neurotransmitter or drug molecule, you can say here, you will see here, this is the hydrophobic part and this is hydrophobic part. So there will be hydrophobic interaction. Okay. So this is the first binding interaction. Then here is the oxygen of this molecule will bond with the hydrogen of this OH on the receptor. So there is hydrogen bonding. So there is a hydrogen bonding interaction. And last but not the least, you see here, there is a positive charge on this quaternary ammonia or nitrogen group, will have ionic interaction with the minus charge of this carboxylate ion. So basically, if you see this molecule, there are three different kinds of interaction present of the drug molecule, or you can say the messenger molecule. One is hydrophobic interaction, van der Waals forces, then hydrogen bonding interaction and ionic bonding interaction. Okay. Now, if you replace this molecule with one जिसमें हाइड्रोजन का पोजीशन और ऑक्सीजन का पोजीशन क्या है, चेंज है. मतलब if you take the enantiomer of this molecule, enantiomer of what? Enantiomer of this molecule, इसमें क्या होगा, हाइड्रोजन this oxygen हाइड्रोजन नीचे होगा, हाइड्रोजन ऊपर होगा. So what will happen? See the case B. This hydroxy group goes away from this hydrogen. Okay. So there is automatically one interaction get reduced. Then there are only two interaction. Here. Okay. If you change the molecule, or if you change the conformation, or molecule which is another conformation, suppose R, if you're taking the S, then you see here they are away from each other. So automatically the interaction between the molecule and the receptor has been reduced. And once it has happened, the molecule's binding energy becomes less. So this molecule is not going to bind perfectly as compared to this molecule. Okay. Similarly, if you remove that benzene ring, okay, with this cyclohexane ring, and if you remove all the polar groups with the non-polar group, there will be only hydrophobic interaction. That is also not that to that extent. See here, hydrogen bonding interaction will be, of course, it will be absent because there is no OH here. So the counter charge, and here also there is no counter charge, like nitrogen is not here. So there will not be ionic interaction. So definitely this molecule is not going to fit here or perfectly bind with the target site or binding site of the receptor. Similarly, if you see here, if you replace only the hydroxy group with normal hydrogen, again, although there will be two interaction, but again, there will not be hydrogen bond interaction. So if you change molecule, you have to be very careful. That which group are attaching where, because this is fixed on the receptor. Okay, CO2 fixed है in this case. Okay, and OH fixed है and have यहाँ पे hydrophobic area or hydrophobic region fixed है. So you have, when you design the molecule, you have to keep this thing in mind, that which group should be where, and the counter group, such as यहाँ पे H है तो यहाँ पे OH होना चाहिए, यहाँ पे CO minus है तो NH2 होना चाहिए. Suppose यहाँ पे NH3 plus होता, तो then your molecule must have here a carboxylic acid group here, CO minus. So there should be always the counter charge or counter groups present on the drug molecule. So that's why you should be able to understand. First, you must therefore you must understand the binding site, you can say, of a binding site and exact structure of that particular receptor or target. And if you increase, suppose if you change the position of hydroxy from here to here, we have seen all the permutations combination. Although there will be, यहाँ क्या किया इस केस में, हाइड्रोजन को यहाँ, हाइड्रोक्सी को यहाँ से उठा के यहाँ पे डाल दिया. अपने केस में यहाँ पे था, इसको उठा के यहाँ पे डाल दिया OH को. You see here, distance will be long, so there will be no again hydrogen bonding interaction. There will not be hydrogen bonding interaction. Automatically then, instead of 3 interaction, there are only 2 interaction present here. 2 interaction present. So the position, the enantiomer, and the right groups are very important while designing the agonist. while designing the agonist. And one more thing that whenever you design the agonist, your model should be always induced fit model. It should be always what? Induced fit model, because you have to bring the conformational changes in the target. It should be always induced fit. But while designing the antagonist matlab, it is just going there and fitting there only. It's not creating any biological response. So, for example, here they increased one CH2 here, okay, one CH2 or 2 CH2, so that it is exactly binding here, okay. And if you reduce, suppose if you reduce 1 carbon or 2 carbon, what will happen? Due to this interaction, this group, in case of antagonist, you see here, in case of antagonist, what? This carbon is not present, or this carbon is not present, 1 carbon is not present, so this group will be shifted to this size. And because to have this ionic interaction, this group will be pulled over this nitrogen, and there will be a conformational changes here. There will be conformational changes. But in case of antagonist, the molecule is perfectly fitting, okay, perfectly fitting. So in case of antagonist, when you design the antagonist molecules, you have to keep be, it's kind of like a lock and key model. Only there should not be any conformational change. Just fit there, that molecule must fit there, and once that molecule has been fitted there, so no messenger will come, and it will trigger a biological response. So while designing again the antagonist, there is another way you say. For example, this is a receptor site, and on the receptor is a binding site. Okay, this is a binding site. So there, because it's a protein molecule, has big number of cavities, so it also has nearby cavities, okay, other than a binding site. So the sites or cavities present on the receptor other than the binding site are known as allosteric sites. Are known as what? Allosteric site. So if you are not touching this molecule here or the binding site, but you are working on the allosteric site of the receptor, suppose this molecule will come, it will bind here, and it will bring the conformational changes on the allosteric site or other site present other than a binding site. So there will be a conformational changes, overall conformational changes. You see the first size of this receptor's binding site here. Now a molecule came and attached on the allosteric site. So there will be a conformational change, overall conformation change here in the binding site. And binding site का क्या हो गया? Shape change हो गया. So chemical messenger आके जो bind होने वाला था, it will not able to bind on this side because overall shape has been changed. Overall shape has been changed. So this type of distortion of binding site by the drug molecules are known as allosteric modulators. The drug molecule which bind to the neighboring site other than the binding site to the receptor, and as a result they bring the conformational changes or distortion in the binding site so that the messenger molecule cannot bind to the binding site, are known as allosteric modulators. They are known as allosteric modulators. So the antagonist, whenever you design the antagonist, so this is also one of the approach people carry out. Okay, and apart from this, there is one more antagonist approach or drug molecule to the receptors, which has been you can say blocked, or you can say suppressed, you can say, or covered using antagonism by umbrella effect. So whenever you design a drug molecule, suppose it's a neighboring site, this is a neighboring site of your receptor site here. This is your receptor site, and this is neighboring site. So you design a drug molecule in such a way that once it fits here, it will have the extra part of a molecule which will cover some of the part of the binding site. So molecule आके bind हुआ, and it covers the sum of the part of this. इतना part तो cover कर लिया इसने ये ड्रग मॉलिक्यूल है। सो फिर यहाँ पे जिस तरीके से मैसेंजर आके बाइंड होने वाला था वो होगा क्या? इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन, इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको बोलता हूँ, एक बेंच पे 3 लोग बैठते हैं, 3 पतले लोग बैठते हैं। सपोज एक मोटा आके उसके बाजू में बैठ गया बड़े एक बेंच पे, तो 2 की जगह उसने 1 ने ले ली, थर्ड पर्सन आके बैठ पाएगा क्या वहाँ पे? इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन because he blocked the position. Although there will be little space, but the third person supposed to sit there will not able to sit there because of the less space. Similarly, the bulkier molecules which attach to the neighboring side of the receptor and eventually block the binding site because of the steric hindrance, you can say. It covers the partially it covers the binding site, and eventually the messenger molecule cannot approach to the receptor, and the biological response or cellular response is inhibited. Then this effect is known as antagonism by umbrella effect. This is known as the antagonism by umbrella effect. I think this is more than enough for you guys. Any questions? Any questions regarding this? Any questions? Class? Am I audible, guys? I cannot hear you. Will you please type? You can type if you have any questions, please.
Science sir for providing us very valuable information. My presentation very nice to you. On behalf of MGB Arts, Commerce and Science College, I thank for giving your precious time from your busy schedule. I also thank you all staff members of the chemistry department for their support. I especially thanks to our students who attend this lecture and make the grand success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all of you. You can guys, you can reach to me if you still have any questions. You can ask your teacher and they can send me the questions if you have any questions or queries regarding any topic on the medicine chemistry. Okay, it's nice to talk to you, all of you guys. Thank you to all the committee members, those who have given me the opportunity. Thank you all. May I leave, ma'am, now?
Thank you.
Okay.